It's just one thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed or were made to believe that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
I can walk from here.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Fly, Ambrosia. That'll do, girl. I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
All right. This won't be easy. Nice try. Get him!
Waken winds! All your
the same as the one back at the hideaway. Doesn't seem to be working, though.
Run like the wind. Caution, my boy.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager.
You deserve a rest.
So, Lord Cook has
Come on. Yeah!
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. but all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Iago, thank you!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. What we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Are all your muscles so hard?
Won't you come and play, handsome?
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the guild for a measly bunch of...
This river runs all the way to the southern seas.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough.
Light it for...
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search.
And that's exactly what I...
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Good day, my lord. My thanks. An excellent choice. My thanks.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire.
Anything I can help you? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our...
Thank you. Oh,
No.
Well...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of Rosina Dal...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's got...
The Briar's Kiss, you said?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Sweet incense, wax candle,
Silver platters, just like they eat off in Castle Dasmog. This town is truly blessed. The bustling market, the healing waters.
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need to drink. Let me treat you.
Why is the tavern shut?
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
My carpets have pride of place in...
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread. Warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Just look at the...
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking a long-standing pillar of your community.
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people. Try the baths. That's what...
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Sweet incense! What candle?
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts her.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
He wanted us to...
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested.
Yes. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure?
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Yes, the finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge.
So much for Rosina Delamil being a woman of...
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years... Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble? If you're going to give us all...
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you...
My apologies. Follow the crystal. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making the...
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this part...
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems...
Well, we're a stone's throw from... The soldiers guarding them up the men of the rock.
Is that...
The most fragrant herbs and...
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that? Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than... No, just leave, will you?
A deposit?
Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn, pilfering the crystal. Us and it isn't as if...
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of crystalline.
Why is the tavern shut?
Huh? Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we... but not...
What are you doing? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey, and I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden, but my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sword if I...
So the pearl...
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think, meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
I'll wager you're...
We'll meet with them then. Just as you can put an end to the trouble, Lubos.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be... It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dazzle. Do you think they'll be back soon?
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of...
Why is the tavern shut?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
All the silver and stones I could scrape to...
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yeah?
Of course.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion, and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them.
Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good! I'm just getting warmed up.
All yours, Torgal.
Well, how'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was such a shame you didn't have more of an audience.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's... I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men...
Well, indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. Well, Clive, you held up. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed, and those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you...
Thank you. And you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall...
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with...
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish...
Thank you.
Not at all. It was...
Come on, Uncle.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun.
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, sorry. I'm Sava, soon to be former. People are buying up weapons faster than the bro. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that I don't suppose...
I'm afraid.
Never mind.
I know how... So...
Good question. And then there's...
The way we need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who... There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope there's someone...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
You wish to talk? I'm ours. At least they... So... How very... Of course. There's simply no... You and I... What? Alas. Still... Don't be a stranger.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock were carting off...
My carpets have the most fragrant herbs and spices from the...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good cup.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, first and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Plates and pots!
The baths are, closed for scrubbing.
All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are...
That depends on the...
I'd have you say... I've no doubt that... But I can't. I'm bound to these...
All right.
Wonderful. Leave these baths. My life...
Hanging lanterns!
Ah, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have?
Silver platters, just like they eat off in Castle Down.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack.
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need to drink.
You're going to drink?
my pockets dry. Then just...
Hey, that's Lubor's badge. Are you a friend of Lubor's too, mister?
He always gives us food when we're hungry and water when we're thirsty. And we don't even have to beg for...
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
What is it? Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question.
Oh. Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it.
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Just look at the... Plates and pots!
Needed to a silken soft.
Take a sniff, good
Yes,
sir.
their high carpets have brighter places.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to this.
All the cook said was that too heavy and they...
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that... No. We must be
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work. Trouble is, it's meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice, a merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lou. I bet she'd know a thing.
Run like the wind. Thanks, Gal. Any luck? What will you be needing?
Well, I asked her.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation. Never, but adamantite ore is unique to Ash.
And it's beyond my...
Unique to Ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine...
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at a mineral and if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out...
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know the trick.
It's hardly my speciality, but I've...
Looks like I've got some luck. Clive,
Limestone? Fine. Besides...
You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the town.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the fort.
Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the fire?
Well, this is no good. Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense!
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now.
We should get going soon.
What do you want? Directions?
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglect. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
Just then, allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently... Salmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, they're soldiers. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the... If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines. But I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another...
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Now we can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
You're a friend of Lubor's, aren't you? Everyone's getting...
Silver platters!
Plates and buds! Holes and...
Light, meat and dark. Fresh from the...
Yes, they're
My
quite
carpets have
Is
pride
it
of
true
place.
what I'm hearing?
I wasn't sure, I hope.
You are one of the good ones.
You and that merchant both now.
A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit.
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like my cue. And just...
I'm sorry, Forge Master.
Let's take a look, then. First things first, Sava, do you think this is a... What do I think? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but... What?
And I was so certain.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but... Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if I would...
And who would be... The butcher? The hunt? Dalamil's home to humble traders, not wealthy. Rule number one in any business.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... just about... I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. What would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without so much for the Forge Master. The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around.
You've passed your test.
And when I do... Thank you, Clive.
I hear you and the Master are working together now.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabrics!
The
Kneaded
juiciest
to
meat
a
of
silken
green
softness. Just look at the hanging lanterns. Keep the darkness from your...
Finally, we'll be able to get one.
We should get going soon.
Do you have water?
Come on.
Come on, girl.
What the hell are those things?
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Ah!
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling. Come on.
I saw with my own two eyes what you did to those devils down there.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric.
The most fragrant herbs and
fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots!
There he is.
And basins!
The man. I was hoping.
No.
You tell her that. Right. It's high time.